W-2 versus entrepreneurship. What's a W-2? W-2 employee, right? It's a tax designation, really. If you think about it, it's a designation that you can claim each year. Typically, you're an employee of a employer of a business, and that's how we both started out, right? I mean, my very first job was at Bill's IGA grocery store in Carthage, Illinois. I was a W-2 employee. Learned a lot of good lessons, had a lot of food fights in the back of the grocery store.
Wasting food?
Yeah. And we're talking about this today because I think there's like this allure around being an entrepreneur, owning your own business. And certainly there can be, right? But it's tough, man. Like, it's tough building something, especially from scratch. If you didn't inherit something or buy a turnkey business, like, entrepreneurship is really hard. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean,
it's probably why we don't have as much hair as we'd like.
It's true.
36 years old, we're losing our hair.
I'm 37 now.
Barely, right?
Yeah, last week. So, but let's talk about this, because this is it's a real conversation. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I mean, this is 2024. I think we both have seen some tremendous growth in our businesses. We're both in different things, but that didn't come free. There was a cost to that, and we willingly gave that cost. Like, it's not something, nobody had a gun to our heads to make us do this. We wanted to do this, but I'm not gonna lie, there are days when it's like, man, it would be nice to be a W-2 employee and be able to go home and just shut off, because we need W-2 employees. They're extremely valuable and important. But let's talk about this, because this is there's a lot more going on here than just dollars and cents, right?
Yeah, I think, he's talking W-2 employee, like you work for somebody else, right? And there's always this idea like, oh, work for them and make them rich, or maybe I should go start my own business. And to that, I would say, if you got the calling to go start something that you're passionate about, go ahead. But it is 3 to 5 years of a grind that you're probably going to make less than you did as a W-2 employee. So don't just do it for the money. But you also have the potential to make more, I think.
100%.
But we have clients that are W-2 making $500,000, $1 million a year. That sounds pretty dang good too. And they don't have to carry the liability. They don't have to worry about hiring and firing. They don't have to do, the hardest thing I think I've had to do is manage people.
Yeah, I agree.
And some people are better at it. I'm obviously not the best at it. I don't know. That's been the hardest thing. For me as a solopreneur, when it was just me out grinding, making money, I did okay. I enjoyed that. It was stressful as well. But when you're okay, now I want to free up my time. Well, as the boss, to free up your time, that means you have to hire people.
Yeah.
Right? That means you have to build a system that...
Hire the right people.
Yeah, and I'm just saying though, but as a W-2 employee, if you want to free up time, that's really not an option either. You just gotta negotiate with your boss to how much time you can have off.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're talking a little bit all over, but there's pros and cons to both.